Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox replay. Game number 112. I believe it. Yeah, 112. Against the Cleveland Indians. It's the rubber game of a 3-game series. Today we're going to have Mike Paxton, former Red Sox pitcher, going up against Dennis Eckersley, former Indians pitcher. So that's the matchup for today. Mr. Brody is in the co-host seat. He's going solo tonight. Let's play some ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, so this is a game from August 10th of 1978, and we're going to be using Strat-o-matic baseball. Game number 112, as we said earlier. Dennis Eckersley on the hill for the Red Sox in rubber game of a 3-game series. Eckersley having a fine season so far with a 14-7 record. 2.96 earned run average, very close to his 2.99 earned run average for the season. 180 innings pitched, 159 hits allowed, 46 walks and 93 strikeouts, and has surrendered 17 homers. The lineup for the visiting Cleveland Indians is as follows. Rick Manning, the center fielder, bats first. Johnny Grubb is the left fielder, batting second. Third baseman Buddy Bell will bat third. Batting cleanup is Andre Thornton. Batting fifth back in the lineup today is Bernie Carbo, the former Red Sox DH. Gary Alexander behind the plate, batting sixth. Jim Norris, the right fielder, bats seventh. Dwayne Kuiper is your second baseman, batting eighth, and the shortstop Tom Verizon will bat ninth. The defense behind Eckersley is Rice in left, Lynn in center, Evans in right. Lynn and Evans with excellent range, and Evans with an excellent arm, Lynn with an above average arm, and Rice with an average arm in left, and Rice with average range. Rice, the most short-handed of the three out there, as far as errors go, although all three of them are very good. In the infield, it's Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott. Burleson with the excellent range at shortstop. Remy and Scott with above average range at second and first, respectively. Hobson below average range, and Hobson a liability with an E53 rating. Burleson, Remy, and Scott will commit a few errors, but not a ton. Behind the plate, getting a start today is Fred Kendall, giving Carlin Fisk the day off, at least from catching. He's below average range, will commit a fair share of errors, and has a horrible arm. So expect base runners to run, especially with Eckersley's +4 hold rating. Eckersley average rating, but does not commit any errors, very short-handed when he does get to it. So Rick Manning steps into the box. He's hitting .248 in the season with 3 homers and 30 runs batted in. Hobson and Scott are playing in for Manning. So Eckersley looks in with a sign from Kendall. Nods his head. Here's the windup and the pitch. And Kendall, a former Cleveland Indian, too. So Manning's going to get a good pitch today here. He homered in yesterday's game to lead off the game. This time he'll pop it up. Lynn is there. Oh, actually, no. Actually, it does fall in. My bad on that one. It said pop up, but guess it wasn't a pop-up. So Manning gets a single, and that's how the Indians will start it off. Johnny Grubb's up now. Grubb comes in hitting .284 with 10 homers and 40 runs batted in. Scott holding Manning on first. Manning tries to get a lead, and Manning is off and running, which I kind of expected him to be. 90% chance. We're going to hold on to it. So, expect the Indians to be running a lot today with Fred Kendall's poor arm and Eckersley's poor hold rating. So Johnny Grubb with a runner in scoring position now. And he'll line one to first. Scott's there to make the catch. One down. So Buddy Bell up now. Buddy Bell hitting .313 on the season with 4 homers and 52 runs batted in. Bell with an RBI opportunity here. It's going to be off his 1 column. And lifted in the air. Kendall will take it for the out. So 2 down now. And Eckersley 1 out away from getting out of it. Andre Thornton up now. Like I said yesterday, he homered in yesterday's game, his 21st of the season. I believe he homered in back-to-back games. Homered in Torres in the first game of the series. So he comes in hitting just .223 on the season, but with 21 homers and 60 runs batted in. It's going to be Eckersley's 4 column. And he's going to hit this one a long way. Rice gives chase. But it goes foul. Just to the left of the pole. Back in the box. And he'll take this one looking for strike 3. So Eckersley gets his first K of the day to end the first. So after 1/2, it's Cleveland 0, Boston coming up. Mike Paxton on the hill, the former Red Sox pitcher. 6-10 on the season with 1 save, 4.76 earned run average. 119 innings pitched. 128 hits allowed. So performing worse in the replay than he did in the actual season. 6-10 in the replay, but was 12-11 on the actual season. 42 walks and 69 strikeouts, and has already surrendered as many home runs as he did in the entire season. And approximately 72 less innings. So Rick Burleson on the lead it off for the Red Sox. He'll be followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Jim Rice, the left fielder, bats third. Betting cleanup is the DH today, Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Fred Lynn. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, bats sixth. Butch Hobson, third baseman, seventh. George Scott, the first baseman, bats eighth. And behind the plate, Fred Kendall bats ninth. Carlin Fisk does have the day off. So we'll see. He is available to pinch hit. As far as I know he is. So the defense behind Paxton is going to be Grubb in left, Manning in center, Norris in right. Manning with the best range, with an excellent range in center. Also above average arm, and will commit very few errors in center. Grubb above average range in left, with an average arm. Commit a few errors. Norris in right, average range, below average arm. And will commit just a few errors in left, not that many. In right. In the infield, it's Bell, Verizza, Kuiper, and Thornton, all above average range, except for Verizza, who's average. Verizza somewhat error prone with a 27 rating. All three of the others pretty good. Thornton, the more short-handed at first. Gary Alexander is back behind the plate after DHing yesterday's game. Below average range, below average arm, and will commit just a few errors. Paxton, average range on the mound, and good at holding runners on. So Burleson steps into the box. He's hitting .276 with a homer and 35 runs batted in. Paxton looks in the sign from Alexander. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll strike out looking. Strike 3 called. So 1 down in the Red Sox first. That'll bring up Jerry Remy hitting .301 with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in. And we have a Paxton 6th column. And that'll be another strikeout looking. So Paxton gets back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game. It's going to be up Jim Rice. Jim Rice comes in hitting .313 with 32 homers and 95 runs batted in. And it's going to be off his 2 column. And Paxton will strike out the side. So good start for Paxton and the Indians as the Red Sox go in order on 3 strikeouts. So we head to the top of the second. Former Red Sox Brittany Carbo will start it off. He's hitting .305 on the season with 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. Already has 10 more homers than he did in the entire season. So in 30 more at-bats, he's already got 10 more RBIs. Well, he's still got 30 more at-bats to go. And he's already 10 RBIs ahead of his pace. Well, ahead of his total. He's going to be off the 6th column. And Carbo is going to get a hold of one here. This one's going to go deep. And it's going to be high off the wall as Lynn can't get to it. And he might try to stretch it into a triple, but no, he decides to hold it as Lynn gets it in. So leadoff double for Carbo against his former team. Carbo really liked to hit in Fenway Park. Gary Alexander up now, hitting .268 with 23 homers and 75 runs batted in. Chance for the Indians to get on the board, and Alexander's going to get a good on the hit here. And he's going to get a hold of one, but Rice is there. And makes the catch for out number 1. So to bring up Jim Norris. Norris comes in hitting .302 with 12 runs batted in. Carbo tries to get a lead here. Can't seem to get a good one up Eckersley. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And he's going to be on with a walk. So to put runners on first and second with a 1 down for Dwayne Kuiper. Kuiper comes in hitting .268 with 30 runs batted in. He's going to get a hold of one here. Lynn's not going to be able to get to this one. Carbo comes in to score. Norris will hold at third. So the Indians strike first on the RBI double by Dwayne Kuiper. Number 9 hitter Verizon up now. Comes in hitting .245 with 28 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 5 column. And he's going to line one to Hobson. He's there and makes the catch. Norris gets back in safely. So Rick Manning singled his first time up. And this will be a fly ball to Lynn in center. Should handle this one. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. But the Indians strike first on the RBI double by Kuiper. And lead at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. So Paxton with a 1-1 lead. Stremski comes up to the plate, hitting .278 with 11 homers and 53 runs batted in. Going to be off the 5 column, and it's going to be a ground ball to Kuiper. This is going to be a range check on him. He's a 2 range. Oh, and just barely gets to it. And fires on to Thornton for out number 1. So Freddie Lynn up now. Lynn comes in hitting .294 with 21 homers and 69 runs batted in. 1 more homer and I'll have reached his season total. And this will be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Verizon. Oh, I almost thought that was going to stop on a single, but he does get to it. And has to go a long way on the run over to Thornton and gets him. So 2 down now with the bases empty for Dwight Evans. Evans hitting .253 on the season. 16 homers and 61 runs batted in. Another range check on Verizon. Gets in front of it. And he'll make the play to retire the side. So the Red Sox go in order in the second. And after 2 full, it's Cleveland 1 and Boston nothing. Grubb, Bell, and Thornton for the Indians here in the third. Grubb lined out his first time up, and he's going to get hit by a pitch here. He's helped down the first as it hits him. It looks like it hit him in the ear. Looks like he's okay. Going to be okay, though. So the lead runner on for the Indians. Going to bring up Buddy Bell, who fouled out his first time up. He's going to get a good one to hit here. And that's going to be a base hit past Burleson. So Grubb will hold at second. So first 2 runners on for the Indians. We'll bring up Thornton, who struck out his first time up. And he's going to strike out swinging this time. So 1 down with the runners on first and second for Carbo. Carbo doubled his first time up. And he'll pop one up. Scott calls for it. And makes the catch for out number 2. Infield fly rule was called on that one. So let's check out some other scores. Baltimore leads Kansas City 1-0. Milwaukee and the Yankees are scoreless. Augustine and Guidry dueling. Chicago edging Toronto 2-1. And Oakland leads California 3-2. Alexander up now. And he strikes out swing. So Eckersley's got 3 Ks on the day. And despite getting the first 2 runners on, the Indians cannot add to their lead. So that remains 1-0 Indians after 2.5. Bottom third of the order, Hobson, Scott, and Kendall up for the Red Sox. Hobson hitting .272 with 9 homers and 40 runs batted in. Gets himself a base hit. That'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. Scott hitting .238 with 9 homers and 32 runs batted in. And that'll be a fly ball to the opposite field. Norris glides under it and makes the catch. So that'll bring up Fred Kendall getting a start today. Hitting .226 on the season with 3 runs batted in. And he strikes out looking. Called third strike. So 2 outs now for the top of the order of Burleson. He struck out his first time up. And back-to-back Ks for Paxton to end the inning. So Paxton with 5 Ks now on the day. So after 3 full, it's 1-0 Cleveland. Jim Norris steps to the plate. He walked his first time up. And that'll be a juice to right. Evans is under it and makes the grab. So 1 down in the Cleveland fourth. Brings up Kuiper, an RBI double. Back in the second. And he's going to fly out to Evans and right for out number 2. So that'll bring up Verizon, who lined out his first time up. Verizon will get a good one to hit here. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Lynn picks it up on a bounce and flips it to second. So 2 outs and a runner on first for Rick Manning, who singled in the first and flied out in the second. And he will fly out once again to Evans and right. So after 3.5, it remains Cleveland 1 and Boston nothing. Jerry Remy, a strikeout victim, comes to the plate. His first time up. And this time he'll get a base hit up the middle. So a good start for the Red Sox in the fourth as they get the tying run on. Let's see, maybe we'll try a stolen base here. See if Remy can get a jump here. And he's unable to get a good lead, so 1-9, so we're not going to attempt that. So Rice struck out his first time up also. Ooh, he'll get a good one hit here. And Rice is going to give this one a ride to left center field. Manning looks up, and it's gone. So a 2-run home run for Rice, his 33rd of the season. And the Red Sox take the lead 2-1. Much to the delight of the Fenway faithful. So Yastrzemski up now. He grounded out his first time up. And he'll get a base hit to left. So Alexander will go out and talk to Paxton, try to settle him down. Thornton holding Yastrzemski on first. Lynn up to the plate now. Grounded out his first time up. And Lynn's going to lace one to right field. And he's going to hold Yastrzemski at second as Eddie Yost puts up the stop sign. So it'll be up to White Evans. Grounded out his first time up. And this will be a range check on Bell. Gets in front of it. We're going to get a rare play here. Let's see what that is. Crazy bounce. Deflects to Bell. And got a piece of Paxton on the way. So they're going to score that at 5-3 as he gets... So it looks like... Oh, they get the runner at first. As Evans is retired, but that'll move the runners up. So runners on second and third with 1 out for Butch Hobson. Chance for the Red Sox to add to their lead. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit to the opposite field. Yastrzemski scores. And we're going to send... Yost is sending Lynn. They're going to cut off the throw, and Red Sox take a 4-1 lead on a 2-run single by Hobson. As the Red Sox have plated 4 here in the fourth. So to bring up the boomer, he flew out his first time up. And Torborg visits Paxton on the mound, decides to keep him in. And strike 3 called on Scott, and he goes down. Paxton now with 6 Ks on the day. Gotta bring up Kendall. Also a strikeout victim, his first time up. And he's going to fly out to Norris and right, and that'll end the inning. But the Red Sox score 4 and take a 4-1 lead after 4 full. So Eckersley now with a 3-run lead. He'll face Grubb. It's lined out in the first and hit by a pitch in the third. And this one just gets past the stretcher Remy into center field. And Grubb is on with a leadoff single. Scott holding him on. See if he can get a lead here. Eckersley throws back to first. He's back safely. And Grubb's off with the next pitch. And we're going to hold on to it. Not going to risk. So Grubb with a stolen base. Gets in the scoring position for Bell, who singled his last time up, 1 for 2. And that's a called third strike as Bell goes down on strikes. Eckersley now with 4 Ks on the day. And we got Thornton. He struck out twice so far. And make that 3 as Eckersley's got him 3 times. let's check out some scores again. Kansas City had a Baltimore 3-1. Yankees with the lead over Milwaukee 3-0. Chicago beating Toronto 5-1, and California with the lead over Oakland 6-3. So Carbo's 1 for 2 with a double. Up now. And it's going to be a grounder to Scott. Flips to Eckersley. And that's it for the Indians in the 5th. So halfway through, it's Boston 4 and Cleveland 1. Brosen will lead it off, top of the order. He's struck out twice against Paxton. And this time he'll fly out to left. Grubb's there. Squeezes it for out number 1. Jerry Remy 1 for 2. Singled in his last at bat. And he's going to hit one up to Paxton. Tosses it to first for out number 2. Jim Rice up now. He hit a 2-run home run to get the Red Sox scoring off last inning. And it looks like Paxton is pitching around him. And he draws the walk. Yastrzemski 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. That's going to be a range check on Kuiper. Gets in front of it. And makes the play over to Thornton for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. And after 5 full, it's 4-1 Boston. Eckersley up to 84 pitches through 5 innings, so his pitch count has been pretty high. So Eckersley 6 column now for Alexander. Alexander 0 for 2 on the day. And he strikes out swing for the 2nd time today. 6 Ks now for the Eck. Brings up Jim Norris. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn is there. Gets in front of it. And squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the Cleveland 6 brings up Dwayne Kuiper. Responsible for the Indians' only RBI today. The RBI double back in the 2nd. Oh no, it's a dreaded range check on Butch Hobson. We've been avoiding these lately, but can't avoid him now. He does get in front of it, but... Oh, manages to dodge that error. Bobbles it a little bit, but throws over to Scott and gets him. So that'll do it for the Indians in the 6th. Freddie Lynn will lead it off. 1 for 2 with a single. Paxton's still out there. And he's going to get a hold of one here. This is going to go between Manning and Norris all the way to the wall. He'll get down and hit the wall. And Lynn is in there with a stand-up double. The Red Sox hoping to add to the lead here with a leadoff double. Good start. We have Dwight Evans. He's grounded out twice today. And he's going to ground one to Verizon. Fires over to first. Looks Lynn back. So 1 down now for Hobson. He's 2 for 2 with he hit a 2-run single back in the 4th. And this is going to be a fly ball to left. Grubb has this one sized up. And tracks it down. As Lynn holds at 2nd. So it'll be George Scott's turn to try to knock in the run. Hitless on the day so far, but he'll get a good one to hit here. And he gives this one a drive to right center. This could go. Could go. Back goes Manning, and it's gone. It's on the hanging curveball. Rice homers for his 10th home run of the season. A 2-run shot to give the Red Sox a 6-1 lead. So the Red Sox now with a 5-run lead. That'll bring up Kendall. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And he's going to line out the Bell to end the inning. What damage done is the Red Sox had 2 more in the 2-run blast by the Boomer. And now lead at 6-1. So Eckersley now with a very comfortable lead. He'll face Verizon, Manning, and Grubb here in the top of the 7th. Grubb 1 for 2 on the day. And he's going to pop one up. Remy calls for it and makes the catch for out number 1. Check out the scores again. Kansas City and Baltimore tied at 3. New York's increased the lead over Milwaukee 4-0. Chicago ahead of Toronto 6-1. And Oakland's still over California. California over Oakland 6-3 still. Here comes Manning 1 for 3. And make that 2 for 4. He gets his second hit of the day. So we have Johnny Grubb 1 for 2. Manning tries to get a lead, and he is going to go. And we're going to continue not to throw. That's pretty much a gimme with that 1-18 there. So that's going to bring up, Grubb's still up there after the stolen base by Manning. Range check on Remy. He'll get to it. And make the play over to Scott for out number 2 as Manning moves to third. So it'll be Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell single back in the third, 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll draw the 2-out walk, so he'll put runners at the corners. Eckersley up to 105 pitches now, so this is likely to be his last inning. Andre Thornton. Eckersley's had his numbers today. He struck out 3 times against Eckersley. Can he strike out a 4th time? The odd answer is no. But he will ground out to Burleson. Fires over to Scott to end the inning. So Eckersley gets out of the jam. 7th inning stretch time. So here's the trivia question by Mr. Brody. Babe Ruth hit 50 or more home runs in a single season 4 times. Name the years and home run counts. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? 1927. Was it 60, I think? I know he hit 54 one year. I don't know. So 27, I'm going to say 26, 29, and 23. I don't know. 20, 21, 27. I got 27 right. And 28 right. But that was it. I didn't get 20 or 21. I figured they would have been closer together there, but 54 in 1920. That was a shocker when he hit that. That was far and away the most ever at the time. And that 60 home run, of course, stood until Roger Maris broke it. Anyway. Alright, so thank you, Mr. Brody, for that trivia question. So we head to the home half of the 7th with the Red Sox enjoying a 6-1 lead. Paxton's still out there with 113 pitches. Burleson 0 for 3 on the day will lead it off, and he'll get a good one to hit here. Hopefully he'll get his first hit here now. And he does. And this one's going to go all the way, bounce around for a while out there, and Burleson's going to end up at third with a Leadoff triple. So Rem Dog up now. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll ground this one back to Paxton. Looks Burleson back. So Jim Rice up now. Homered back in the 4th. 1 for 2 officially. And he strikes out looking for out number 2. So that brings up Yastrzemski, 1 for 3 on the day. Range check on Verizon. He'll get in front of it. And make the play. So the Red Sox waste the leadoff triple by Burleson. And it remains 6-1 after 7. Let's see. I think we'll let Eckersley stay out there. He can't. 125 pitches is his. Looks like average there. So we're gonna let him pitch to in this 8th inning anyway. So Carbo comes to the plate. 1 for 3 with a double back in the 2nd. Hits one out to Eckersley. Fields it over to Scott. 1 down in the Cleveland 8th. Gary Alexander. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. But this time he gets a hold of one. And this one is gone. So Alexander comes up with his 24th home run of the season to make it a 6-2 game. Action in the Red Sox pen now. Jim Norris up now. 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a base hit. Dwayne Kuiper comes up now. 1 for 3. And Norris is going to take off here. Yeah, we're going to try to throw for it. Why not? And he gets him. So Kendall rolls a 20 and surprisingly gets him out. So I don't know what Norris was doing running on the play there with 2 down and down by 4 still. So that's a big out for the Red Sox. And Kuiper will fly out to Evans to end the inning. So the Indians do score a run, and it's 6-2 now after 7.5. Paxton back out there for the 8th. Lynn 2 for 3 with a single in the 4th and a double in the 6th. And he'll strike out this time. 8 Ks now for Paxton. So it'll bring up Dwight Evans. Evans is grounded out 3 times today. And this time gets hit by one. Hits him on the arm. Trainer Charlie Moss comes out, but he'll stay in the game. So Hobbs hit him now. He's had a couple of hits with a couple of runs batted in. But this time misses and becomes Paxton's number 9 strikeout victim of the day. So that'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. He had a 2-run home run his last time up. And he'll get his second base hit of the day. Singles up the middle. Evans makes the turn but holds at second. So it'll bring up Fred Kendall. RBI opportunity for him. And he's going to line out to Thornton at first. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 8th. So ahead to the 9th. The Red Sox up by 4. And we're going to see if we'll let Eckersley. Let's see what he can do here. So it looks like Verizon is going to be pinch hit for. Paul Dade's going to come in the pinch hit. Hitting .244 with 3 homers and 29 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Eckersley. And he's going to line out to Hobson at third for out number 1. So that'll bring up Manning. Manning a couple singles on the day. He's going to get his third hit of the day. Single up the middle. Johnny Grubb 1 for 3 up now. And this will be a range check on Kendall. Oh, that's going to be a wild pitch, isn't it? I think that's going to be a wild pitch on Eckersley. As Manning moves in the scoring position. And that's going to be a base hit to right. As Zimmer comes out, looks like he's going to take out Eckersley here. Before the tying run can come up to the plate. So let's see here. Who are we going to bring in now? We got Buddy Bell 1 for 3. Bring in Bob Stanley, I guess. So Stanley is going to come in. He's got a 3-2 record on the season, 14 saves, 3.39 earned run average, 82 innings pitched, 96 hits allowed, 18 walks and 25 strikeouts, and has surrendered 3 homers. So Bell's going to line out to Burleson for out number 2. So Indians down to their last out here. Andre Thornton, he's glad to see Eckersley out of here. He's struck out 3 times against him. 0 for 4 on the day. And it'll be a range check on Remy. He'll get to it. And he'll fire over to Scott, and that'll end the ball game. So the Red Sox hold on and beat the Indians 6-3. Eckersley gets credit for the win. Stanley gets his save. Paxton takes the loss. Hitting star for Boston, George Scott. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Take a look at see who the player of the game is. The wrong one there. Thankfully, it gives you a warning. Gives you a chance to correct your error there. Alright, so let's check out the box score here. So Eckersley with the win, pitches 8 1/3 innings, 11 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Can't quite finish it. If Stanley comes in and gets his 5th save of the season. 15th save of the season. Let's see, for the Red Sox, Paxton goes the distance for the Indians. 8 innings pitched, 10 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. 2 home runs, 1 to Rice and 1 to Scott. The Red Sox, Burleson 1 for 4. Jerry Remy 1 for 4, the run scored. Jim Rice was 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. 2-run homer. Yastrzemski 1 for 4 with an RBI. Freddie Lynn 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. Dwight Evans was 0 for 3. Butch Hobson 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. George Scott was 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. And Fred Kendall 0 for 4 on the day. Player of the game. I don't know. I mean, Eckersley wasn't stellar, but he did pitch almost a complete game. Got the win. George Scott. I'm going to give Eckersley and George Scott co-players of the game. The Boomer hasn't been up there for a player of the game yet, so we'll give him Eckersley and Scott players of the game. So that's the Red Sox will get in a game. I think Milwaukee did end up losing, so I think to the Yankees. So we'll end it here, and we'll check out the box score. And we'll check out the standings. So the Red Sox gain a game on the Brewers, and now just 2 games behind. Unfortunately, the Yankees are the ones that beat the Brewers, so the Yankees are just a half game out of first. But the Red Sox are tightening it up, getting a little closer now. And Kansas City continues to maintain their half-game lead over the Angels after both of them have won again today. So we'll check out the next game. So the Red Sox win the series against the Indians. So we'll see who they play next. So Friday, August 11th. And it looks like, the Yankees lost to Baltimore. That's good. They're playing the Milwaukee Brewers again. So the Red Sox. So the Yankees lose. That's good. And the Red Sox get a series against the Brew Crew. So if the Red Sox can sweep, they can possibly get into first place because the Yankees lost, at least a tie for first place. Because the Yankees lost today, so that means they're even with the Yankees as of the start of this game. So if they can sweep the Brew Crew, they can potentially either get in first place or, depending upon what the Yankees do, they'll, at the minimum, if they can sweep the Brewers, they'll be tied for first place. Or they can possibly be a half a game or a game up if the Yankees lose one of the two remaining games on this weekend. So we'll see. So let's check out who's on the mound. It's going to be, is that Eduardo, I think, Rodriguez for the Milwaukee Brew Crew against Louis Tiant for the Red Sox. So a big series coming up for the Milwaukee Brewers at Fenway Park. So join us for that. And this is game number 112 with the Red Sox victory 6-3. They won this actual game 6-5 in 13 innings. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next Red Sox 1978 replay. If you like these videos, definitely like and subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of good series going on, and after we finish this 1978 series, which is going to be for a while, we'll probably start another series. I'm thinking of possibly doing the 1993 Atlanta Braves. Do a National League one. I was thinking of another Red Sox one, but I have the 2007 and the 2016 seasons. But I think I'm most likely going to go with the Atlanta Braves here. And maybe do that series next. I may even start that up before the end of this one just to have a couple of Strat-o-matic series going. But anyway, take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next game of the series when the Red Sox take on the Milwaukee Brewers in a battle for first place. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.